happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you're fine, wanna have a good time, then like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, you guys, it's been so long since I actually sat in front of the camera. Well, I'm standing and talked to you, but I'm going back to doing like my vlog style videos instead of just sitting down and talking. But yeah, I got a boo-boo. We're getting ready to go to New York, and it's actually a really special experience because you guys know that I'm not really a big fan of New York Fashion Week in general because I feel like it's just oversaturated now. There's a lot going on, and it's not as high stakes as it was back when I first started the industry 15 years ago. But I'm excited because yes, I'll be doing a show Friday, which is tomorrow, but I'm also competing in the first Runway Model of the Year competition, and I'm kind of excited because I needed a reset and a break from what I've been doing after Perfect, and I'm trying to find something that kind of like fits me. Like, I'm in a bit of identity crisis. Kind of freaking out, but we're gonna get through this. I already have most of my stuff packed in this bag. So the way how things work is that there's optionals, and mostly all the optionals are tomorrow, and the actual competition doesn't start until 8 a.m. Saturday morning, which is crazy. We gotta be in line at 7:30. But you got the optionals, you got the print model, you got the runway workshop optional, you got the photogenic, comp card, portfolio, and then you have the actual competition, which only consists of 2 areas of competition, which is runway. And runway is in jeans and white t-shirt. It's very ghosty, like agency vibes. And then we have the red carpet, so it could be like a gown, a formal outfit, short cocktail dress. So yeah, I'm actually competing in the comp card and portfolio and photogenic. That's what I forgot, photogenic optional. So I got my portfolio already. Got some of my favorite pictures in it. Okay, so you know, this is my comp card I always use. It never fails me. If you want to, you know, comp card services, you know, I do those with my company. You know, but a little flip. I don't want to get my contact information out. But so I got this, and then I'm gonna just flip through like the pictures I have in here. These are some of my favorite pictures I've taken throughout the years, and the first 3 are SU related, you know, LA, Puerto Rico. Actually, all first 6 are SU related. This was in LA, this was in Puerto Rico, and it was just a good time to be for these pictures. This I shot in Virginia with one of my favorite photographers, Farron, and then this one was also in Miami for SU. These 2 was in North Carolina for SU, and it's up to 12 pictures, so that's how many I put in there. These were also in Richmond. This one was shot by Farron, and this was shot by my other favorite photographer, Sean. And oh my gosh, this is like one of my favorite pictures. I just started recently working with Mark, and he does amazing work, and only if he was closer I would shoot with him all the time. But this is one of my favorites. This was shot in Miami, and this is actually my photogenic picture that I'm gonna be using. So yeah, I'm actually really excited. I just hope everything goes well. You know, I'm in it to win it. Yeah, so I'm excited. We'll see how everything goes. I'm not gonna get ready until probably like, I'm probably gonna do my hair tonight, and probably end up doing my makeup in the car, which, you know, I love the good car makeup. But yeah, so can't wait for you guys to see this weekend, and I'm so excited. I also got a photo shoot planned with Mark and Charisma. They're like the best duo when it comes to like pictures. Oh, amazing. So I'm definitely gonna give you behind the scenes on that. But other than that, see you guys next time. Bye. Like my auntie in my road. But anyways, so I changed up my hair for New York Fashion Week. We're gonna go with something real simple. The red was a moment. Come on, you guys, if you hated it, you knew it was a moment, and it was a conversation starter, so it made me memorable. But it's time to do something different, and actually want to go a little more simple. And I'm using this wig, and I'm going to straighten it bone straight. I curled this wig before, and I realized I didn't really like how it looked with the curls in it. I think this is meant to be, you know, a wavy wig, but I'm gonna see if I can get it bone straight because I kind of want to compete in this competition with bone straight hair. I think that's going to be such a vibe, you know. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do, just bone straight hair. So I got my handy dandy wig. We're gonna use Sydney, and make sure you guys are treating your wigs. If you are a person that wears wigs in competition like me, treat them like you would treat your hair, because that's how your wigs last so long. Keep in mind, I have been wearing my red wig since January. My first competition in the red wig was January, and it is September now, and it's not bad. Like, I just choosing to switch it up, but it's still in really good condition because you have to treat you guys' wigs like how you treat your real hair. So I'm using this Paul Mitchell flexible hold heat. I think it's like a heat protectant, but you definitely want to make sure that since you're going to be using your wigs a lot, you want to make sure that the actual hair itself, especially if it's human hair, is going to react the way you want it to. So I'm going to be using this heat protectant. But yeah, the red was a moment, and but those people that hated it, you have no sense of pizzazz to you, and I mean it. I'm not a traditional pageant girl anymore. Like, yes, I grew up in traditional pageantry, wearing the big bouffant curls and, you know, all that jazz. But I really come to realize to myself that I have so much personality that I'm unable to express just by my performance alone. Especially, you're limited to what you can do on the stage. So the best way to express yourself is through your personal styling choices. So that's all I have to say about that. And I hope people have a little more respect for people who decide they want to be different for their next pageant or competition. So if anybody tells you that you don't think that you can win, if you have colored hair, if you have short hair, if you have, you know, just a different look, keep in mind that with my red hair, I placed top 3 at a major pageant. I placed top 5 at a major pageant. And I've been casted in many shows. Placed another top 5 at a major pageant. Your hair choices isn't holding you back. If you hone your personality, if you own it, if you rock it, like if you got a freaking blue bob, if you're confident in your blue bob, girl, can nobody tell you nothing. That air freshener is so disrespectful. But I'm gonna straighten this wig and I'm gonna get back to you guys so you guys can see what it looks like, and hopefully we're gonna slay this thing. You feel me? Okay, bye. Got a little hot with that iron going, but this is how I plan on styling it. So straight, and then I kind of want to do a little side part like how Sydney has, with a little bit like over the eye. Like, I think that's real cute, real edgy. So it gives it more depth than just being a straight wig. But this is how I have it. I think it's really, really high fashion, like really cute. So I'm gonna hit it with some moisture barrier hairspray. I like to do this and brush it through just so it can maintain its style and smells good. And I really hope that this hair goes well in competition. I mean, I think it do. I mean, who doesn't like a straight moment? And I just think the curls, sometimes you gotta step away from pageant curls and things right now, because I'm thinking high fashion runway, and this gives me more high fashion runway than the curls. So I'm definitely happy with how this came out. Yeah, she's gorgeous. So this is the hair, you guys. What y'all think? You gonna look cute on me? Girl, you know I can pull off anything. You know I can. All right, see you guys in the next clip. Bye. Phase 1 of the competition was the runway portion. As I said before, the runway portion consists of a straight down and back walk. You do not do anything extra, nothing pageant related. They made it very clear that it was a runway competition. It was in go-see style, so they only wanted us to wear jeans and a white shirt. And the Miss division or the adult division or any of the teenagers that were comfortable enough were able to wear nude shoes. However, all the younger divisions had to wear white sneakers. It was the most simplest format, but it still made a big impact on your score. So that was phase 1, which was the runway competition.
Last but not least,
so the second phase of competition, and remember, Runway Mall of the Year only had 2 phases. The second phase was considered red carpet. A lot of people may have confused it with evening gown, but it was specifically told to us that it does not have to be a gown. It could be a jumpsuit, it could be a cocktail dress, it could be a fashion-forward outfit. But for me, I chose an evening gown because I think it would have been much more simpler for me to just go with something that's, you know, already elegant and very red carpet-ish. I would wear this on the red carpet. So I went with my Sherry Hill gown, and I think it went very well with the theme of the red carpet look. And of course, gold shows so well on the stage, and the color really reflects off the dress, I think, beautifully. Since I was going with dark hair, I think that it worked perfectly. If I would have wore it with red hair, it probably would have clashed. But again, very simple, straight down and back walk, but making sure that you're actually modeling and not doing anything pageant related. After a 15-minute intermission, we went straight into the finale / overall awards. And there's 2 types of awards you can win. Other than the door prizes, optionals, and the actual optional competitions, you can go for your divisional title, which is what I won, Adult Runway Model of the Year. Or you could be lucky enough to win the overall Runway Model of the Year, which is a junior and the senior division reward. So certain ages down, you get the junior overall Runway Model of the Year. And for a certain age up, you get the senior overall Runway Model of the Year. So I won the division. I didn't win the overall, but I was still very happy that I won my division. And that concludes the actual phase of competition. We started at 8:30 and we was out by 12. Hey everyone, so as you can see, we're back at the cribbo. We had an amazing time, for what it was worth, in New York. And as you can see from the past clip, I ended up winning my division. Oh wait, is it? Here we go. Ended up winning my division. And I'm not gonna lie, it felt fantastic. I'm like, finally, like, it's just a reassurance. It just feels so good sometimes, and it's okay to feel that, especially if you're used to just feeling like you're being overlooked all the time. Winning this honestly has made my mindset about wanting to compete a little bit better, but being very selective about who I choose to give my time, energy, and money to. Now, down to the basics and the critiques. I enjoyed myself. I'm gonna leave everything that's pertaining to the actual city out, because New York City, you guys, I'll do a whole video next time of what to do to prepare to go into the city. Like, I've been to New York so many times, and we don't make the same mistakes, but we have new mistakes to talk about. But pertaining to the actual experience of this organization, they were very helpful when it came to registration. We went to the wrong address. That was in Brooklyn and not New York City. So for those who don't know, New York is broken up into boroughs, and there is the same address in all the boroughs. So we had put in the address but the wrong city, and we ended up going 47 minutes out of the direction we were supposed to go to, and I barely made it to registration in time. I didn't have time to change into my registration outfit, because you guys know I like to look cute for registration, but sadly I had to go in like my travel outfit, which wasn't bad, but it wasn't like what I wanted. But they were so understanding. I texted Kelly and I said, I am barely gonna get here in time. Can I just come straight to registration? And she's like, yeah, no problem. And registration was smooth. It went pretty fast, and I was just relieved to get that trip over with. You don't understand. Later on that night was the fashion show. So fashion show was optional. You didn't have to do it. I only opted to do it because since we was one of the first 50 to register, so the first 50 models that registered got invited to walk for a designer, and we had to volunteer whether or not we wanted to walk. So I said, why not? Let me walk. And I decided to sign up. However, the designer that I was originally partnered with cancel and didn't show up. So unfortunately that happens with me being a fashion show director. I understand how that feels, and they needed designers to kind of like fill in for the missing designer. I didn't end up walking only because I opted out of walking since my designer canceled, even though they did have an option for me. One dress that was an option was like 3 sizes too big. I didn't feel comfortable wearing it. And then the other kind of like outfit was like a headpiece. If you had to wear all white, if you had all white dress, you could wear the headpiece. But to be honest, I just opted out of the show itself. Even though my mom bought a ticket, she wanted to see the show, we both decided that it's okay. Even though I didn't get to walk in the show, I did have the option to do one of those 2 things. It's unfortunate the designer canceled, but I understand. Being a director of a show, I've had designers cancel me several times. But the next day, the show started very, very early. We had to be in line at 7:30 a.m. and the show was supposed to start at 8. However, it started a little bit later than 8, unfortunately. But the show did go by pretty fast once we started it. The timing was, it's like any other pageant or competition. It's going to be sometimes where, you know, things happen with timing, but it still went by pretty quick. Now for the actual experience part. For the actual experience, would I do it again if I didn't win? Yes, I would, I believe. I do think there's, I mean, with it being the first time Kelly has done this system, there are obviously some things that can be done, can be, you know, reconstructed. But for the first time, it was a very well put together show, very well put together. And I applaud her greatly for that. The schedule, I didn't do any of the in-person optionals. The only optionals I did do was portfolio, photogenic, and comp card, which are all things that you turn in at the front desk when you get checked in. The in-person optionals included a runway workshop optional, print model optional, interview optional, and they were all separate prizes, which I also liked about that. Each optional came with its own separate prize, whether it was a photo shoot or a monthly model membership or you know, just different things that you win when you win those things. So it's like, I'm glad that they gave prizes for each of those optionals, which was, I thought was pretty neat. The only thing I didn't like about the optional setup was because they grouped all of us together. So me, 25, is competing against an 8-year-old in optionals. And there's some systems that do that. If I would have known that we was gonna be grouped, I probably wouldn't have submitted, because I'm not gonna lie, you know, 8-year-olds are cute, very cutesy. It's hard to put an 8-year-old against a 25-year-old, but all I know is that I would probably do optionals again if it was broken down by division. But considering that, you know, that requires contestants to enter, so if you don't enter that, obviously, but we don't know who's entering, so, you know, just break it up by division. I think that would be a better choice for next year competition, is if the optionals were separated, because I'm not a big fan of grouping people for optionals, because I personally wouldn't have done it if I knew we were grouped. But I would say that I'm glad that all the optionals were on one day. After registration, I relaxed. I relaxed and I chilled out, and I got ready for the next morning. What I liked about it being in the morning is that I got out of the final show by 12 o'clock. By 12 o'clock, I was out of the final show. You cannot beat that. Cannot beat that at all. Chef's kiss, I'd rather get up early to be out early than to be up till doing a show at 11 p.m. at night. So there was 2 areas of competition, like I said, and you saw what was the jeans, the shirt, and then there was the red carpet. Everyone's red carpet, or, you know, their interpretation of red carpet was very unique, and I really enjoyed that. The judges were all industry professional judges. It was 3 judges, but they have stunning resumes, so you know that you're getting the best out, the best results. The judges had, and they were non-biased. I think that the entire competition was fair. Everyone who deserved to win won. They did a second runner-up, a first runner-up, and the winner. The divisional titles, which was the adult winner, the kid winner, the junior teen winner, the preteen winner, whatever the divisions are, they didn't get a cash award or like a prize for winning their division, only the 2 overalls. the junior division and senior division winner in general. The two winners for the overalls got a $1,000 cash award. So obviously all of us are anticipating winning that overall, but only 2 people are going to get it. One for the youngers and one for the olders. So at the end of the day, it's a competition, you know. I'm still happy and grateful for my placement, you know. And with it being such a very inexpensive competition to enter, I don't care that I didn't win a cash award because of me being just the divisional winner. I mean, everyone has their own preference, but I paid less than $300 to be in this competition for the actual preliminary competition, not including optionals. But even though even optionals were $50 a piece, which is still very, very inexpensive. And I was like very impressed that they put on this show and not having to charge us so much money. You already know, money in general, people are charging or overcharging too much for pageants or competitions in general. Less than $300 to compete, and it ends in New York. So the experience itself for people are worth it. Me, I've been in New York several times, but I always want to, minus the fact that the city, that you had opportunities to shoot in these locations if you want to do these optionals. Like, these photographers are taking you to rooftops, they're taking you to escalators, they're taking you to the streets in Times Square, all types of stuff. So you actually have this opportunity, this experience, and you don't feel as broke leaving the opportunity than you probably would if you went to a different system. Other than that, I actually really enjoyed my experience, and yeah, I give this competition, I'll give, for its, like I said, for its first time that Kelly is doing it and everything and that I've experienced, I will give this a solid 8 out of 10. And the only reason why I'm saying 8 is that, again, the grouping of the optionals, like I have to judge very fairly. Grouping of the optionals I didn't like, and I feel like the divisional winner should at least got a little bit of something. Even you could have broken up, you know, like $100 for each division. That's the only thing. Those are the only 2 things, my only 2 critiques. And even then, those are not deal breakers for me because everything is a choice when it comes to optionals. You have a choice to compete in them. So that's the only amount of critiques about the pageant. Yeah, 8, solid 8 out of 10 for this. So good job, Runway Model of the Year. And I'll see you next year. If I come back, they give us an opportunity to come back, which I hope they do, to help with the crowning. I definitely will be back the next year. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you like me, if you like my content, if you want to see more of me, you want to see more of my content, then please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that post notification bell so you get notified every single time I post. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Deuces. Bye.